So, you want to edit the birthdays section. Well, let's get started. You'll need Final Cut Pro and the custom motion templates that you can find in the description. The first thing we'll need is footage. Navigate to the Google Drive folder for the week you're editing and download the clip you need. If you have the SD card the footage was recorded on, you can navigate to the correct folder and find it there. I'll be using the video from Drive. Back in Final Cut Pro, drag the footage onto the timeline to import it. Trim the footage to the correct starting and ending times with the blade tool. You can scrub through or watch the whole video. Pressing Command B will split the footage at the playhead. Split the footage at the start point and delete the excess footage. Do the same for the end. Make sure to adjust the volume of the clip so it's at a good listening level. The waveform should be fairly high, but the top shouldn't be red, and yellow is kind of pushing it. Next, go to the effects panel and find the keying category. Drag the keyer effect onto the clip, or select the clip and double-click the effect in order to apply it. You'll notice that the green screen is removed, but the results aren't that great right away due to poor lighting. To fix this, click on Select Color, then select a problematic area. This helps get rid of the gray mess, but not much more. This looks fine, but if you want to learn a bit more, you can find a more in-depth tutorial on keying in the iCard. Next, we need to get rid of the places around the green screen, like the wall. To do this, go to the masking category of the effects panel and apply a draw mask effect. Make a box around the green screen by clicking to add points. You only really need to add one per corner. Make sure to click the first control point after you're done adding them in order to close the shape. As you can see, the junk around the green screen has disappeared. Pro tip, if you can't reach the sides of the clip, you can always move the control points afterwards, as well as the lines connecting them. Now it's time to add the background. Go to the Titles panel, go to the Titan Tuck category, and drag the Birthdays overlay title above the clip, not on it, and extend it to fit over the whole clip. If the talent's position or scale doesn't look natural, adjust the position and scale values until they look right. Now we have to look for places where the talent messes up. Use the blade tool to make cuts and cut out the places where it messes up. We're doing this after we apply the effects, so that all the effects are applied to all the clips with the same properties. If you did this before adding effects, you can just make all the clips into a compound clip. Basically condenses them all into one video file without having to export it. Now it's not an actual video, and you can still go in and edit things. It's just another layer deep. That's pretty much all there is. The only thing left to do now is export it. Click the export button in the upper right corner and select 1080p MP4. If that isn't there, follow the tutorial in this iCard. Make sure it says 1080 by 1920 60 FPS down there, then hit save, name it Birthdays, and save it to the desktop. If you want to see the progress, you can hit this button in the upper left. This will show you the progress of things like rendering, exporting, and other things that take a while to finish. I don't actually need this file, so I'll cancel it. Now for an explanation of how the birthday overlay title works. I'll open it in Apple Motion, the program that lets you design custom titles, effects, and transitions. As you can see, it's very simple. There's a background image, which is the kitchen, the footage layer, and the kitchen counter. The counter layer was made by removing the background with Photoshop. If you still don't see how it works, here's the components of the title laid out in Final Cut. There's the kitchen counter on top, the footage, and the rest of the kitchen underneath. The nice thing about this design is that it's very easy to swap out the background. All you need to do is replace the background with a new picture, isolate any foreground elements, and put them in a new image, and replace the foreground with that. And with that, I think we're done here. Got questions? Leave them in the comments or ask me while I'm still at school. Later.